So, one second. So, I'm really, really happy to have you on the call tonight.
Oh, thanks. Thanks for having me.
So, I'm gonna introduce you in French with my team, and
Okay. I
after
hope I don't have to do my speech in French.
no, you don't have to. And after the call is gonna be yours. And at the end, maybe some questions. Some people is gonna have question for you. So, ce soir, nous avons Amy Riehlman. Je suis vraiment, vraiment contente de l'avoir. En fait, j'ai dit que c'était une coach élite, mais en fait, en 2014, c'était une coach première. Je vous expliquerai un petit peu plus en détail c'est quoi ces grandes coachs-là, parce que pour vous, probablement, vous êtes comme élite ou première, qu'est-ce que c'est? Mais bref, dans la compagnie, il y a à peu près 2% des gens qui se rendent là. Donc, elle est Success Club Legion 5, Success Club 10 All-Star, 5-Star Diamond, bien évidemment, et 96e dans la compagnie. Dans la compagnie en entier. Donc, je ne sais pas si vous savez là, que nous avons une top coach avec nous aujourd'hui et je suis plus que contente de l'avoir. Donc, aujourd'hui, elle va nous parler d'organisation, chose que toutes les coachs ont besoin d'avoir, puis ça va être super bon pour nous. Donc, so, the call is yours.
Great. I don't even know what you said, but awesome. I'm just kidding.
It's super, super for you.
Oh, good. Okay, so I am going to share my screen. I made a little slideshow for you guys, and I'll definitely share the slideshow once we're done. Let me see.
Perfect.
Can you guys see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. Cool. So today what I'm talking about is just, I think one of my biggest strengths is my organization and my consistency. So I'm going to talk about my daily tasks, my weekly tasks, and then kind of my monthly marketing plan. So for what I tell my coaches and what I do myself is, these are the things I do every day. Inviting, Shakeology, working out, and personal development are all 3 vital behaviors. So everyone should be doing that anyway. Every day I try and respond to Facebook messages. I like to do morning, noon, and night. So I'll check my messages 3 times a day at least. I post and I check in all of my groups. So my coaching group, my challenge groups, any of the Beachbody groups that I'm in, like the 5-Star Diamond group. My team has a diamond group. We also have an emerald and above group, so I check into those. I like to say happy birthday to people that I'm Facebook friends on their wall. I just feel like it's a good connecting thing. They might get a notification that I liked or said happy birthday to them, and they might check out my profile. And then I don't know if you guys have heard of interest groups. Show of hands, you guys know what interest groups are? I'll talk about it briefly, and I have YouTube video on it, but interest groups are like mini news feeds. So you can choose who you want in these interest groups, and it's a small news feed dedicated just to those people. So I have an interest group that is just my coaches that are emerald and above. I have an interest group that are my coaches that are not yet emerald. So I can check and see what they're posting daily. I can like and comment on their things. And then I have one for my prospects. So a group where I go in and it's a mini news feed, no clutter other than those people that I want on my team. So I'm liking and commenting on their things on a regular basis. That's going to make myself go up higher on their news feed. And it just shows that I'm, there for them and building a relationship and liking their things. Challenge pack clients. So I check in with all of my challengers every day, whether it's through texting, phone calls, Facebook messages. I put this on here twice, but double check in your groups. And then any of your training groups. So we have, Coach Basics. We have an Emerald group and a Diamond group once a month. And then I message everyone who likes my photo from the prior day if it has something to do with like a challenge or coaching. So something simple as like, hey, thanks for liking my post about the coaching opportunity. I would love to give you more information. Would you like to set up a call or ask them something more about it? So I reach out to people who like or comment on my posts. I post on social media daily, and then I check my orders, my volume, and my sponsorship drill down on a daily basis. Weekly.
On Wednesday.
Oh yeah, definitely on Wednesday nights and Thursday mornings before ranks change. And weekly, I like to do follow-ups 2 times a week. I like to do Sundays. Oh, not Sundays, Mondays. That's supposed to say Sundays and Wednesdays. I like to do Sunday nights because most people are like had a bad weekend eating, drinking, or they're going back to work the next day, so they're not excited about their job. So that's when I'm going to follow up with those people about joining a challenge or the coaching opportunity. I usually will scroll to the bottom of my message inbox on Facebook and just work my way up. And then anyone who, I'm not going to follow up with them twice a week, I just add them to a contact list and check in with them every so often. I send emails and check my new free leads through Beachbody. So if you're an Emerald or above and you're hitting Success Club 5 and 10.
Just forgot about the tires are on it. No, the fuck, we racked up to $1,200 already. Oh, yeah.
Oops. There you go.
No worries. And then I check in with my coaches. Most of my coaches I talk to on a regular basis anyway, but for those that aren't reaching out to me, I check in with them on Tuesdays. National Wake Up Call every Wednesday. We have our team calls on Wednesdays, National Wake Up Call on Mondays. We have our team calls on Wednesdays. And then weekly, I like to post something about Shakeology workout, one of the workouts, something positive, Beachbody transformations, and the coaching opportunity. And I'm going to get more into that. My monthly attack plan is to hit Success Club 10 by the 15th. And my brother calls it your 5 best friends. So hitting Success Club 10 is your 5 best friends that you're going to make that connection with for the month, whether it's coaches or challengers. And if they are challengers, you're going to try and convert them into coaches because you're going to be best friends and they're going to want to be a part of whatever you're doing. And then I personally like to hit Success Club 20 by the end of the month, enroll 5 new coaches for that month, whether it's new coaches or from previous challenges. I like to run a coach sneak peek group every month. Do you guys use coach sneak peek groups?
Yes.
Okay, cool. I do one of those once a month. I try to run a free group once a month, and I create an event to invite people to a challenge. And the first week of the month, I'm really high on my invites and follow-ups. So I'm going to, if my daily normal is 30, I'm going to jack that up to like 50 people a day and following up maybe 3 times a week because I want to nail in my Success Club 10 as soon as possible. And then my second and third week, if I hit Success Club, my higher focus is on my coaches. And then the last week of the month is really high on invites and follow-ups so that I'm preparing myself for the next month. And this is I just created this today as a good little idea for people for posting because I know that can be overwhelming. So I typically like to post about the coaching opportunities on Sundays, again, because people are not wanting to go back to work. We run our Coach Basics groups the first of the month for the first 2 weeks. And then I just threw in there, every Tuesday I do a Transformation Tuesday post about Shakeology at least twice a month. And then I post a lot about 21-day fix approved meals, posting me doing a workout, something I'm thankful for, getting in my family and everything. So this is just a kind of a good thing that you obviously don't have to do everything on this calendar, but it helps me know kind of a good plan for myself for the month. And then just some posting ideas. I'm really heavy on posting about the coaching opportunity. I post about the coaching opportunity as much as I possibly can. Here's me sharing an event, fully paid for vacation, with some of the most amazing people. In this picture alone, we have over 10 people that have been able to fully replace their 9-to-5 job, at least 4 making a 6-figure income as a coach, working less time with total freedom. Why not you? This opportunity isn't just for me. Let me show you how you can too. Ready to be a girl boss? I'm here when you're ready. So that was just showing an event from our Success Club trip. An emotional post. I was so skeptical about when I first heard of this business opportunity. Never in a million years would I have guessed I could retire a full-time career for this, but I did. I've always wanted to be a stay-at-home mom, and once I entered the real world, I told myself that probably wouldn't happen. Everything is so expensive, and living off one income seems to be impossible these days. I don't even have kids, just a puppy who seriously is like a baby. But now being home with my future children will 100% be a reality. Be your own boss, set your own goals, set your own hours, work from home or anywhere, work from your phone. I truly don't know of any other fitness opportunity where all of this is possible. Why not you? So I'm just kind of sharing some of the posts that got bigger hits for me, and I was able to enroll some coaches. Let's see, what else do I have over here? A financial goal. So I don't have to read the whole thing, but I just shared my old income in my old job versus what I'm making now as a coach 2.5 years in. And I made sure to put the disclaimer in for Beachbody. Another financial one, just talking about like saving money. And then this is just one of my friends, but definitely if you have a good Beachbody transformation, sharing your transformation on a regular basis. And then Shakeology, don't just throw in a picture of like a messy cup with, crusted Shakeology on it. No one's really going to be interested in that. So I try and make mine look as appealing as possible, sharing recipes and giving more than just like, this is my Shakeology today. So I kind of just shared how, Shakeology is an all natural. It has 3 to 4 servings of fruits, veggies, antioxidants, superfoods. And I just shared, the recipe for it. So making it more appealing. I'm really big on sharing the 21-day fix meal plan. So I posted this collage of my meals for the day and shared what each meal was and how it was 21-day fix approved. Posting about the workouts, and this one actually ties in with the 21-day fix meal plan and just, talking about how support in a challenge group is important and hitting me up if you're interested. And then a huge thing for me is to get a planner. Every night I write down my tasks for the next day. So when are you going to work your business? You have to be realistic on what you can do that day, and the most important things come first. Guys, if you're not creating business hours, you have to treat this like a business if you want to make it into something that's going to last longer than just a hobby. I mean, we've all heard that saying, treat it like a hobby, it'll pay like a hobby. Treat it like a business and it'll pay like a business. So, even if you only have 15 minutes here and there throughout the day, schedule those into your day and treat it as if, you have to brush your teeth every day. You have to work on your business. You have to go to your job, your 9-to-5 job. You have to work on your Beachbody business. So just for me, 100% scheduling my business hours the night before and writing down everything I'm going to do. Planning ahead. And I think that's all I had. Sorry, it was short and sweet.
It's perfect. Seriously, I take so much notes.
Okay.
It's crazy. Seriously, thanks so much. So there's someone, Mel, do you want to ask a question? Because I know that you always ask a question.
Sorry, I was muted there. Hi, Amy.
Hi.
Hi. I know I didn't have. I really love your organization. I love it. I love organization. So that's a good one. But I think it was your third slide. Now I can't remember because I was trying to write it down and then you switched over.
I'll share my screen.
I'm just checking my notes too.
The calendar or?
Oh, no, not the calendar. Before that. It's last week. No, maybe the one before that. Sorry. Okay, never mind. I thought I had it. There was something that I saw and I was like, oh, I don't know that one. Anyways, it has to be one of the first three. I'll come back. If anybody else has a question, go ahead. Sorry.
No, you're fine.
Est-ce que quelqu'un d'autre a une question, les filles? Non? Cindy, t'es tout le temps bonne habituellement de poser des questions.
Do you find, Amy, with having the other groups, like you were saying, you have your coaches groups and then you have, groups for your emeralds and groups for your, do you ever feel that your coaches get overwhelmed with the amount of groups, even though they might only be part of one? Is it ever an issue even? For yourself, you look organized, you know where everybody else, but you always hear that every time you want to tell somebody you're opening up a group and you're putting them in it, they're like, another group, but.
No, yeah. Definitely. So for new coaches, when I enroll them, the only group I put them in is the coach group and then coach basics and then any challenge that they're in or a part of. So I try and keep it limited to 3 groups and then I'll have them turn off the notifications for that. And I tell them, I honestly don't really check my notifications. If that if it's in a group that's important and I know I need to go into every day, I'm going to see it regardless. So my notifications always say 99 plus. So I just hit it and unclick because otherwise you just get so lost in the notifications. And I never check my news feed ever. So I never will scroll through a news feed because that is just wasted time to me. That's why I create those interest groups so that there's specific news feeds for people that I need to get to.
And your coach basics group, is it a group that you have that's open all the time and then you just add and remove coaches, or do you start them at a certain time every month?
We start ours the first Monday of every month, and we do ours just 2 weeks with the weekends off. So there's 10 posts in there. We used to do the 60 days, then we cut it to 30. And then, people were just getting lost after the 10 days. So we do Monday through Friday with a call both of those Mondays. So we just had a call before this, and then we'll have one next Monday.
That's good.
Yeah. So we definitely shortened it up.
Yeah, we have to do calls for basic.
Yeah.
That's a good idea. Cindy?
Okay. So I would assume.
Ouais, non, vas-y, je vais la démuter en attendant. Vas-y, Mel.
I was going to say, I guess you do the same thing for any of your coaches groups, such as the Emerald One or a Push to Diamond?
Yeah, so we do Coach Basics, Path, we call it Path to Emerald, and then we do a Shooting to Diamond, and it's all the first 2 weeks of every month.
Okay.
Last month we did something different with our Shooting to Diamond group, but typically that's what we do. So they're all right in a row the first 2 weeks.
So if you have somebody like a new coach starting midway, but your group has already started, what do you tell your new coach then at that point? Do you say wait 2 weeks, or do you put them in the one that started 2 weeks ago and they could go take a peek at it?
I have them wait, actually. So anyone, if someone enrolled today, I wouldn't have them start in the Coach Basics. I would have them wait until December. I do a new coach document with all my new coaches, and I set up a one-on-one call. I like to do a one-on-one call once a week for the first 3 weeks. So even if they're not getting in Coach Basics, they're still having interaction with me. And I try and set up the call when I'm on the call with them for the next call.
Okay. Cool. Thank you.
Lock them in.
Really good. Cindy?
Okay, I have a question, Amy. When you talked about the interest groups, I thought I knew what you were talking about, but that's something that you can create that on Facebook?
Yeah, so let me see if I can share my screen. On Facebook, if you scroll down where it says interests,
Yes.
You can create interest groups. So you just click on that and it'll have you add an interest and then add the people that you want into it. And you can add people as you go. And I just put them on my favorite, so they pop up here. But I have one for people who aren't Emerald yet. So it just says get to Emerald. And if I click on there, it's going to pop up all my coaches, just my coaches that aren't Emerald yet. And if I enroll a new coach, then I would just, type their name in here and add them to the list.
Okay, so like you said, it's basically mini news feed for you to
Yeah.
see what's going on. They're not in a group per se.
No, they're not in a group, and they don't know. I mean, they know because I tell them, I'm like, oh, you're in my new it's like I have a few coaches on here, so they probably can know that. But that's just a way for me to say, okay, like here are my coaches that aren't Emerald yet, and I can go through and like and comment on some of their stuff. And I can see like, oh, that's weird. I haven't really seen, Josie be posting that much. So I can reach out to her if I don't see her posting. Otherwise, I feel like people get lost in the news feed and I'll never see what my coaches are posting. Right. And then I just have people who like, it says top 10, but like these are people that I would want to be coaches. So I just have them in there. And then my coaches who already are Emeralds and above.
Oh, that's awesome. Thank you for sharing it. I thought I knew what you were talking about, but this is really awesome because I'm wasting so much time with the newsfeed and I didn't know how to manage that. So
yeah.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh. I honestly think that news feeds are interest groups are like one of the biggest things of why I've been successful with challenge pack sales and enrolling coaches, because it really helps you build relationships. Because I can, if I put, I have this girl, Josie, or I keep using that name, but who I want to be a coach, and consistently she's popping up in my news feed and I'm liking and commenting and reaching out to her and saying, hey, I just saw you posted about finishing a half marathon, like congrats. So that way I'm not like every day looking and being like, all right, I need to type in this person's name and see what they're doing. So it's just a very consistent every day. I just check those mini news feeds. And then I change them out. You can delete them and make new ones and add people. So I try once a month to clear them out and say, all right, like this person's really not interested. So I'm going to not put them in and, that person quit or whatever. So
yeah, it's better. It's more visual than I have an Excel list and sometimes I get lost with that too. So I really like that it's visual. So yeah, thanks. It's a really good tip.
Good. You're welcome.
Does someone have a question, guys?
I do. Do you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, sorry, my camera's off. I'm so sick and I look horrible. I wanted to know, since you have so many coaches under you, like I recently became Diamond this summer, and there was a lot of coaches I signed last year, and I find they're starting to lose motivation in their workouts, with their sales. They get the Emerald and they stop right there. Is there anything I can do or any tips you have for us to help us get our coaches motivated?
Good question. I definitely have people like that as well. And for some of them, you can only do so much. You can't want success for someone more than they want it for themselves. So that's just one thing that sometimes you have to move on. And then other times it's just reaching out to them and seeing what they actually want. So I had one girl who was doing really well, and all of a sudden she just kind of like fell off the face of the earth. And when I reached out to her, I was like, did your why change? Like, I know you wanted to quit your job and be able to stay home with your kids. Do you not want that anymore? And, she was like, no, I just was getting, discouraged and nothing was happening for me and everything. So just setting up calls with people, one-on-one calls definitely really help. I mean, I know that if I set up a call with someone and I'm feeling discouraged, just talking to someone else definitely, ignites it. And sometimes I have to have like my sponsor or another coach on the team reach out to some of my coaches, because sometimes, because you're their sponsor, they might look to you almost as like their boss when you're not. But so maybe having someone else reach out to them that was close to them at one point can help. Success partners are huge. I try and pair up people who I think would be best together so they can kind of have that. But you can only help someone so much if they're not willing to put in the effort.
Yeah, actually Marie-Claude helped me with that 2 weeks ago. And since that call, my coaches were like, wow, your coach is so motivating. I feel like I have my motivation back. And I was like, I don't know how, because she's higher than me, obviously. How do they get other coaches like you to come on calls?
Just reach out to them.
Yeah.
Email them and ask, and But that's how we did it. And then if they say yes, that's great. And then when we go to events, we introduce ourselves and we get to know each other that way too.
And we shared, I actually asked for some help with like Facebook, some stuff on Facebook. And in return, I was like, I'll do a call for you. Like, so just trading off with other coaches and giving them your advice and taking back from them. So
just like message coaches and say, hi, my name is.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, I just messaged you and I was like, hey, I need help. Like, I know you're good at this.
And also, Liz, to go to events like
events, yeah.
Like summits.
Yeah.
For sure.
That's been huge for me too. Like getting to events and meeting people. I mean, that's how you and I met through my brother. But yeah, getting to events is definitely a game changer, and just being, reaching out to people is big.
Yeah.
Oh, could you be Patrick's sister?
Yes.
Okay, I saw you just got like another business center of Diamond. I saw it.
Oh, that's my other sister, but yeah.
Oh, you look like twins.
Yeah.
It's a big family.
Yeah.
You.
I was wondering, you say early that you made 30 invites a day?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because Beachbody tell us to do 5 invites a day. Why are you doing 30 invites a day?
It's a numbers game. The more people you invite, the more coaches you're going to enroll, the more people you're going to hear no, but then that's going to lead to yeses. So I don't know if you guys are familiar with Chalene Johnson's 531 invite thing.
No.
No? So on Instagram, what she'll do is, what she's taught in her trainings is, and I have a video on it, but she goes to a certain hashtag and then finds a person and then likes 5 of their photos, comments on 3, and that should gain you 1 new follower. And in one of the comments, mention something about one of your challenges, or, hey, we should connect on Facebook. Like, I'd love to, connect with you over there and talk more about fitness. So that's really built up my Instagram. I mean, I started 2.5 years ago with maybe like 100 followers, and now I have close to 13,000. So that I do a lot of invites on Instagram. And I also, on Facebook, I reach out. It tells you like people you may know on Facebook. I'll show you. Like if you hit your little friend request button and hit see all, it will pop up people that you may know. And so I just make it a habit to add at least 10 new people a day. And then after I add the 10 new people, I go to my Facebook button and it'll say who your friends are. And then there's the recently added button. And so I'll go through and message all of these people and just say like, hey, Laura, thanks for accepting my friend request. I saw you pop up as someone I may know. And I'll look at her profile and see what she's posting and maybe reference something like, oh, I saw you just visited whatever, or you just went on a hike this weekend. So starting up a conversation. Actually, that's how I roll a lot of my coaches, is just by reaching out to people. I live in Boston, and one of my good friends, I've literally friended every single fitness instructor in Boston, I swear. And one of my friends who works, well, it's not even a friend, it was a friend of a friend. Her friend messaged her and was like, everyone's intrigued by Amy Riehlman and like her business. Like all the instructors are seeing her like posting about it. So I just put myself out there of messaging or friending all of these people and messaging them and building relationships. So they're going to continue to see me pop up in their news feed. So I like that. And then I'm sure Marie's taught you guys how to do the Facebook ads and all of that running. Yes, no?
Yeah.
Yes. So I'm just starting to do that, but because I'm almost hitting my max Facebook friends, so I need to get over to my like page.
Yes, or another page of your name.
Yeah.
That kind of stuff too.
Yeah.
Cool. Is there someone having a question? J'ai une question. Oui, Caro, vas-y. Tu peux la poser en français, mais elle la traduira. OK, attends, je vais aller te muter.
Juste en haut, là, c'était comment qu'elle fait pour s'organiser pour avoir autant de participantes, pas de participantes, mais de faire autant d'invitations, puis de rester organisée dans qui qu'elle a invité, qui qu'elle doit faire le suivi. Est-ce qu'elle fait un tableau Excel avec plusieurs onglets ou parce qu'à un moment donné, après, 1000 noms, tu fais quoi?
She wants to know how do you organize all the people that you end up inviting? Do you have like an Excel sheet? Do you use Evernote? Do you use, like, what is it that you use so you know who to follow up with afterwards? And
good question. So I use Google Sheets. It's like the free Google Doc. It's attached to that. So I use Google Sheets, which is like Excel. And if I'm talking to someone and they say no or not right now or whatever, I always ask them if it would be okay if I reached out to them in the future for another challenge. And if they say yes, I put their name down on a list and then a note next to it or a date if they specifically said like November or December or whatever. So I have a running list of people, which really helps me at the end of the month and the beginning of the month because those are my first follow-ups, or I kind of consider those invites again. So I'm going to reinvite those people. 99% of my challenge packs that I sell this month are based on people I built relationships with like 3 months ago. So it's pretty rare for me to like on the spot connect with someone and then buy a challenge pack in my situation anyway. It's really like whoever I'm talking to right now in November probably isn't going to buy a challenge pack until February. Most people, I know I'm myself, my brother's my coach, but I would never buy a challenge pack from someone I didn't know. That's just my own, I personally wouldn't. So I feel like a lot of people are in that boat, and most of my coaches and stuff take some time to enroll. So I just remind people of that, who get discouraged, that what you're doing now, you're planting seeds. So if you quit after this month, this entire month was a waste because you planted so many seeds that are going to come about in January, February, whatever. So I just keep a list of everyone. I follow back up. And then I also keep a list of everyone who's in my challenges so that I can, like, if I have a challenge that started today, I know exactly who's in it and their names, and I have it on there, like what date they ordered their challenge pack so I can follow up with them before it would ship again to and see if they want to become a coach.
Cool. Thank you. That's good.
Wow. I take so much notes. That's so cool.
Yeah.
Quelqu'un d'autre, une question avant de terminer? Non, Mel non plus?
No. I love it. Oh, yeah, me too. I got full of the notes.
Good.
Yes. Really, really happy because, like, you talk about some stuff that I didn't know. So for sure, I'm gonna like the interest group. I really, really like your calendar.
Oh yeah.
Seriously, and for sure, emotional posts. Emotional posts.
Yeah.
And the call basic with the new coaches, to do a call once a week, that's really, really good.
Yeah,
So,
definitely.
Seriously, that's good for me. Je regarde, y a-tu non? Une petite dernière en passant? Non, pas du tout. Je regardais sur le chat en même temps. So, that's good.
Marie-Claude?
Oui?
Is this going to be taped, the recording? I missed the beginning.
Yes, it's taped.
Because I would have liked to take notes. There was a lot of good things here tonight.
Okay, perfect. No, it's taped. It's recorded.
Merci beaucoup.
Pleasure. So thanks a lot for your time. Thanks. Seriously, I'm really, really happy. So
Thanks for having me.
Yes, and I would like to say, people, you could dream bigger. Amy is one of the first coaches that I started following on Instagram. So when all of you start sitting here going, oh my God, I'll never get there, I'll never get to speak to any of these coaches, it seems so crazy and overwhelming. No, look at me, I got to talk to her. So so thank you for being on the call. It's really awesome. I'm glad I've met you.
Oh, thank you so much, and thanks for helping me last week. You guys were very helpful.
You're welcome.
Our pleasure. And we're gonna see you, I think so, in Jamaica.
Yeah.
Okay, so perfect. Thanks a lot, everyone. Merci beaucoup tout le monde d'être venu sur le camp ce soir. J'espère que vous avez apprécié. Thanks. Bye.
Bye.